Oh, good morning or afternoon, depending on where you are. Your Central Time is still morning. If your Eastern Time, it's noon. So I'd like to thank everybody who did put up with the hiking live stream. I really don't know how well the video or audio was, but I know there towards the end it kept dropping. So I figured to stop it and then finish my hike. Did a couple other videos, which I'll post later. And then I thought I'd have a little fun with it. So I did post, how far did I hike today? And there's some funny answers in there. And vote the way you want to vote. It's all good stuff. But after that long hike, I'm going to eat a real breakfast. So I've been eating healthy all week, but it's eat a regular breakfast Thursday. So I am going to go back to my staple, which is bacon and eggs. But I am putting some other things into it to enhance. Hey, Celtic Prepper, good morning. To enhance the flavor, but this is going to be a high-calorie breakfast. So I did hike. I put a poll out there. How far did I hike? And then I'll have another poll later on how much do I weigh. So let me get that pot warmed up there. Got the Southern Pepper, and thanks for coming in. Hope the information I gave you is being helpful on your arthritis, and hope you're getting some milk jug workouts in. That'll be awesome. If you are new to the channel because you've seen I got abducted and went to Zadadom, I am a Bab 5 fan. Always have been. One of my favorite sci-fi shows. So I figured I'd throw that one out there. But this is MacBean Scottish Fitness. And we talk about fitness and nutrition and other things that help the mind and body. But if you are a Babylon 5 fan that popped in because of my thing, thank you for joining in. You are most welcome here. Go ahead and hit the thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, please do. Like I said, I'm a Bab 5 fan. And I thought it was a great show. If they have a reboot, that'd be great. But, sometimes you really can't improve on it. Although they did do pretty well with Star Trek: The Next Generation. But I haven't seen the latest ones out because a lot of those are on streaming services. And I just can't really do streaming services. But to see too much. Ark Wildman Survival, howdy. So if it ever dries up enough, we just take a hike back in the woods and then do a video on some of the things I find. And then before I pick them up and eat them, I'll probably have you let me know what was good, what was not. But I do have a book and I'll do some research on it first. So I've been eating all healthy all week. This is going to be the first day that I had bacon. Bacon! And man cannot just eat healthy all the time. I don't care what you say. It just ain't healthy for you. Sometimes you gotta have the goods. So I'm cooking the bacon. Number one, I love bacon. And I'll fry everything up in the grease. I have eggs to go with it. I have Spam. It's not ham. It's Spam. And I do have mushrooms and green pepper to cut into it also. I could put an onion in there. I think I do have one. And since I have it, best to use it. I did have a nice hike today. 10 pounds in the pack. I'm going to pull out there today. I make my 3 miles. And some fun things in there too. Alright, cut the heat down. Also remember, one of the things I really enjoy using are these knives from Cutco. It's in the description. Is linked to see Lucky O'Days, who I get these from. He's a local guy. Here, when I say local, anything within 100 miles is local out here. I really enjoyed these knives. They hold a fantastic edge. And Steve Lyons, who's also one of the core subscribers here, has had his for like 40 years. I think he's getting them sharpened again after, I think it's like the second time he's getting them sharpened, which they will sharpen for you. So it's made in America. You know, I got some YouTuber trying to sell some stuff that's not made in America, and he's going to do a demo where I can cut through this knife with another knife. A big deal. Doesn't mean it can cut through a tomato. It reminded me of the old Jinsu commercials. I cut through this can, and I can slice this tomato, and yada, 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 and people bought them. What they didn't tell you is in about 3 weeks they rust. I actually bought a very high quality knife that's doing that, which I'm going to contact the company and inquire what their warranty is on that. But unlike the other person, who I won't mention, I don't do that. I'm not dissing the manufacturer of the knife that I was disappointed in. And I paid $60 for these steak knives, and they're rusty. So I'm a little disappointed, but you know, am I going to freak out? No, I'm going to give them the opportunity to make it right. I do have the same brand in a meat knife that is not, so it could just been just a factory defect. But one of those things I got to put as I get to, I got to do. Remember, so I'll cook breakfast, and then also I'm preparing lunch and dinner because I do have a 10-hour shift. So some of the things I add to my lunch is some apple sauce packs for energy. Some of these Tangelos or whatever they call them, mandarins. These are mandarins this time. And then I got a Kodiak crunchy granola bar with 10 grams of protein. I'm not affiliated with them yet. And then if you've been following the channel, I do drink a lot of Fairlife milk. For the main thing, it is much higher in protein, 50% more protein than regular milk, 13 grams per an 8-ounce serving, adverse to 8 grams in regular milk. And I remember almond milk, and I'm not dissing almond milk, but I remember being advertised as a great source of protein. It's only got 1 gram per serving. That's not a great source of protein. I can eat half a cup of carrots and get 3 grams. So 13 grams in an 8-ounce serving is extremely significant. I mean, I cut through that Spam like it wasn't even there. The Spam I throw in first to get it warmed up. And then it'll be the green peppers and then the onions. And then the last thing I throw in will be the mushrooms, because mushrooms cook up extremely fast. And then I'll throw the eggs over them, and I'll have a really, really good breakfast going. I need to get more Fairlife milk. When I went to the store, I bought all they had. They only had 2 of these. All right, I drink one of these a day. The wife had went to the store the day before, and she said, "Should I get milk?" And I said, "Yes." What I didn't say is get more than 1. Oh, that's good stuff. So then I am replacing my plasticware with now Pyrex type glasswares. Hello again, Miss Worm. I feel these are much better. And they don't leave the residue like the plastics will get after a while. So thanks for joining in on my earlier chat in the rain. It did start raining even harder afterwards, which made it a little fun, but I did make my hike and got back home. And I did some short videos, which I'll be putting on the MacBean's Farms and Prepping, because they correlate more to those. Rumor is that I made friends with the horses, and I'm going to have to probably pick up some apples. So the next time I go on a hike, I can give them a treat. But I know the one came up, and even though I petted it a little bit, it was hoping I had something different. So I will make sure that I have an apple to give them next time. How far did I walk? Good question. I have a poll on that. Answer the poll with your best guess. There are, I think, 5 options there. And then tomorrow, I'll let you know the answer. But remember, my goal is 3 miles. Did I make it? Or did something else more sinister happen? Sinister, there's the word. So, regular breakfast today, bacon, eggs, ham, spam, onions, green pepper, and mushrooms. And lots of milk. Because I'm going to have to really fuel up after that long hike. And then the title I had in there was to see who's paying attention. I'll be uploading, I did take another video while I was walking, which I'll upload. And then I did, I think 1 or 2 for the other channel, which I wait till I get to work because I have a nice 5G network there. And it works out better. So if you're just joining in, welcome. Make sure to hit the thumbs up. This is MacBean's Scottish Fitness, and we talk about nutrition and other healthy things. Just returned with my hike, cooking a big breakfast. I did put a little reference there for some other people who may be fans of Babylon 5. And if you are, welcome. You're a subscriber. Thank you. If not, please subscribe, like, and share, and all that good stuff. And I realized I still had a lot of data left, and it refreshes on the 7th. So today is the 5th. So I said, let's do another live, because the live I was doing on the hike was not using my mobile data. It was only using my regular cellular data, which I have unlimited amounts of. So I said I paid for it, I might as well use it because it doesn't roll over. They're funny that way. And then tomorrow's live stream will probably be from the gym. I wanted to shoot out to Shoreward Fitness in Shoreward, Illinois. I haven't seen them for a while. And so I'll probably just bring the computer with me. I'm actually wearing my Scottish Fitness t-shirt today. All right, thank you. So this is the other design I got from Alex the Gamer subscriber. And she sent me this, and all she asked, I give her a shout out, when I'm wearing it. So there's a shout out. I appreciate it a lot. I do like this design too. I think I will keep this design also in the lineup, but it'll probably be in the gray shirts. Because I don't know, I think I'm going to leave the MacBean Scottish Fitness, the new ones in the blue only. And then this one I'll utilize for the grays. I do have some tank tops too, or T-tops, whatever you want to call them. They're out in the car. And I was going to wait till it got a little warmer before I show that one off. And so the last ones I ordered had my sponsors on it. I think the next batch I will not have that on them. But it costs money to put those on there. But I do have the 2 sponsors do contribute to me. So I'll keep those 2 on there. And then any other ones I pick up, I can add to. And then once I hit 5,000 subscribers, it will be the big live stream. I'll probably do it from the gym because I'm going to need a much more reliable network if I do live stream on StreamYard. And the reason I can do it on StreamYard because there is a calculator there for picking winners. And then also, if I ever do get people I want to put on as a guest one on there, that's the same thing. I'll probably go to the gym because I'm going to need the better internet. My mobile really has a hard time dealing with that. But thank you for wearing that, Miss Worm. I got a few people at the gym that wear my shirt on a regular basis. So it's actually getting in town where people going, well, hey, I want one of those. So I've mailed one out to North Carolina, Desmond, the power lifter in the USPA, and got mailed one out to Tom Korowski because it's cheaper for me to mail it. I did pick up a few, and they actually mentioned that's where they came from. So thank you, Miss Warner. So yeah, I did pick up some subscribers. I don't know how many, but a couple of them actually commented, hey, I came over from Alaska proper. So I do appreciate that. It's over time you can kind of start figuring out which channels are supporting other channels and which are not. And I mean, that's okay too. I mean, that's America, or it's the world. And ones that do support me, I really do appreciate. Oh, we got some flower seeds. The wife dropped off here. So I did pick some up. I'm at a pretty good steady pace this month and last month, according to the YouTube analytics. I picked up 500 more than usual during a 28-day period, where usually I'd only pick up about 100. I've picked up 600. So that is very encouraging. Here I am drying off the bacon because it'll crisp up when I do that. And I do have a little grease there to cook everything in. So the first thing into the fire is the Spam. And this is my breakfast lunch. So this is lunches. I also pick up subscribers from Prepper Nation. And then I had two other creators. The back guy was one of them. The other one is 4Zs. Actually put me on their videos. And one of them, they showed me benching 475, and they mentioned me in there. I'm actually a thumbnail. And I put a comment there. I am the crazy old man that's benching 475. And I've had over 2.4 thousand likes on that and like 150 comments. So I'm sure that has generated a lot for me. The show where the subscribers are from. I think they do, but they also show me who's viewing me. They show that a lot. So only 25% of the people that view me on a regular basis are from the United States. And then I get Norway, I get England, I get India, I get some countries I'm not even familiar with. And one of these days I'll have to write that down so I can go it more clearly. But I get a lot of views from and subscribers from the Middle East too. So I know I've had them from Turkey, from Egypt. A few other countries don't want to mention because I'm not sure how they're actually getting on the internet. Because I know they're very. I get some from Korea. So annyeonghaseyo, if you're watching. I was in Korea for a year when I was in the States, or when I was in the Army. Very mountainous area. It was a huge contrast to me coming from Illinois, which is, for the most part, very flat. There are a few areas that are not. Garden of the Gods down further south, very beautiful place. Wife and I went there, I think for like the first time a few years ago. Utica, Illinois, where Star Rock is, and that. So one of the small areas there that has a lot of caves and contours. And then Galena, Illinois is very, very steep hills. So, but they probably do. I just have to dig into that. I probably don't look at the analytics as much as I should. So there's good information there, but yeah, good information, but then what do you really do with it? Besides mentioning them on your channel and say thank you, I appreciate you watching my views, which I do. Mrs. Worm was her and Harvey Black, 2, were the first people who reached out and said, you know, if you need a mod, I'd help you out there. And I actually had to look at what a mod was. And then I understand just how important it, I can't resist a stat, there we go. How important mods are. So I do appreciate that. You know, and it's good work. You know, I've seen them on other channels that are a lot busier, kind of keep people in line. There's Ben Shapiro was on one, and I don't know if he has mods. And man, was he getting spammed like crazy. And I put a comment on it and said, dude, you need some moderators. Because you just had spammers just made the chat unusable. Of course, some people are more interested in doing talking than actually doing any listening. So, not saying that's the case. But I do notice that some creators are more interactive with the chat than others. Me, I personally love it when you get in the chat and ask me questions, and that really helps the whole live stream flow, I think. You know, when people are interacting with each other and bringing up new ideas, I think it's so perhaps you can do a special live stream for Asian time zones. You might have to pick up some subs that way. And I was thinking that about, you know, maybe doing one, you know, at midnight when I get home. The thing of it is, I have to make sure that doesn't wake Mrs. Scottish Fitness up, because at night, the sound does travel, and I don't want her coming down and going, what are you doing? Alaska Pressers channel, I think that's Preppers, doesn't get too much live stream spam. Usually the nutters kick off when he starts getting political. Yeah, and you know, I'm not very political here. I did kind of pop onto a little bit on my rant on my walk, which is what those hikes are for. I really find it a lot easier to think when I'm on a hike. So I guess think on your feet. And it was a good time to kind of get my frustrations out of adults acting like children at work. But I didn't find a solution for it. Still getting my overtime, but now I'll get back home at 11 instead of at 11:30 instead of 1:30 in the morning. And I think that'll work better for the wife and I, because I can probably get up with her and make a small breakfast, both her and I, and then get on with the rest of her day. You know, I was thinking about the hikes, how I could do the live stream on the hikes better is I could actually drive closer to town and park the car and just hike there and kind of get newer areas. But I know if I drive, you know, 5 miles towards Pontiac, my signal will significantly improve. And then I could do a hike there. Just have to make sure I bring my ID with me in case I get pulled over and ask, what am I doing out here, boy? Most abuse comments under the videos. Yeah, and I get those. I get 3 or 4 of the, I don't know what language it is. It may be Spanish or Italian or whatever. but they're obviously, X-rated stuff. And I just remove them from the channel. Uh, and of course they're making a new account, every 4 hours and just doing a mass spam. So there was, oh, Jennifer Cruz, thank you for coming in. I think you'd like these. Hopefully it'll focus up enough. I don't know where it is, but my wife got these seeds at school. And hey, Oki Khan, hello. And I don't know if you can't read, but this is marigold seed. It says, Lord, make me an instrument of your peace. Whether there is hatred, let me sow love. Whether there is injury, pardon. Whether there is doubt, faith. Whether there is despair, hope. And whether there is darkness, light. And whether there is sadness, joy. So I'll plant these. I will try to carefully open up the seed packages. And my wife teaches at a Catholic school, and she teaches second grade, so she teaches a lot of religion. And here's the Shasta Daisy. The kingdom of heaven is like a grain of mustard seed, which a man took and sowed in his field. It is the smallest of all, but when it's grown, it is the greatest of all shrubs, and becomes a tree. So the birds of the air come and make nest in its branches. So they sow fields and plant vineyards and get a fruitful yield. So here is zinnias, daisies, and marigolds. So I'll probably build a planter to put on the outside of the deck and plant those for. But hello, so Jennifer Cruz, Oki Khan, we see each other 3 or 4 times a day, on different ones. So it's very, very nice for you to be here, staying with Jennifer Cruz and Miss Worm. And everybody else, I got 5 people and things, 5 thumbs up. Thank you. I decided to have this chat because I know I have a lot of data left. And it's the 5th and the 7th. It all refreshes. So I figured, hey, I need to have a big meal anyway. How far did I hike? Well, let me know how far you think I did. I do have that as a poll, and I appreciate your participation. So I just threw the onions in there, and I'm now cutting up the green pepper. That's another thing that these little glass bowls are great for, is storing your veggies. So I had 3 of these bowls, but I have picked up 2 more so far. I really like them. And I'll probably pick up a few more and start throwing the plastic ones in the recycle bin. So get that chopped up in there. Then I'll throw the eggs. And then the last thing, or I'll throw the mushrooms and then I'll cover them up with the eggs. I did pick these up a while ago. I thought it looked cool. It's called the Forge Brew House. This is Kilted Pumpkin, a Scottish style ale with pumpkin. It sounded really cool. I bought a 4-pack. I still have 2 left. And I bought them a long time ago. Unfortunately, they sounded better than they taste. Some things should go in beer. I'm going to think pumpkin is not one of them. I like pumpkin pie. Actually, pumpkin and apple are my favorite pies. Also, key lime pies. I like that one too. So I got that cooking. I'll cut up the green pepper. I'll throw in here in just a minute. Remember, green peppers are good in a lot of vitamins and minerals that are heart healthy, along with that onion I just put in. See what I've missed. Yep, Jennifer Cruz. I always like to catch your sessions when I can. I am missing a lot of sessions now. I'll join in. I'll say hello to everybody, but I can't hear anything when I'm at work. We have a lot of furnaces and machineries going constantly. I have earplugs on, so it's impossible for me to hear anything. So what I'll do is I'll just say hello, everybody, and I'll let you know I stopped in. I love green peppers too. I just bought a green pepper plant. I had that huge jalapeno plant I'll be transplanting. I was at the store. I picked up 2 tomatoes, a cherry tomato one and a big boy tomato, and then a bell pepper plant. It's supposed to get really warm this weekend, so I will try to get them in the ground on Sunday. Saturday, the kids have arranged a scavenger hunt for me to take their mom on for Mother's Day weekend. They did it on Saturday because that's when all the things were open and was going to work out. Mama doesn't know. She thinks it's Sunday. She says, "Oh, don't you work Sunday?" And for me to say, "Well, I can work Sunday because it's going to be Saturday," would have given out too much. So I just said, "Sure." I took the weekend off. I hate to pass up the money, but sometimes you got to take your missus and go out and smell the roses. Heat wave in southern England, so get some gardening planned. Yep. So I know I'll put those 2 tomato plants in and a green pepper plant in. I got to get my buddy to drop off those boards that he owes me so I can make the raised beds. They're not going to be very high raised. But what I want to do is where I've got the jalapeno, I'm going to put them and raise it up a little bit more. Right now it's just 2x6s. So I'm still bending down a lot. Each year I want to just raise it up until I don't have to bend down as much. That's one of the benefits of the raised beds. The other benefit is some of the pests can't get into it. So I had a real problem last year. They're called hornworms or tomato worms. And they're big. They get about this big. And they're green and they're very hard to see. I guess when they mature, they turn into what's called a sparrowhawk moth or sparrowhawk hummingbird moth, which I do have a video on both my channels on that. And they're really beautiful. They'll come out and they'll feed on the flowers that the wife plants on the deck. But I didn't realize that they can eat a tomato plant overnight. And the first year, I only had 5 or 6 of them. And I realized that the top of my plant was getting eaten and I was able to find them. Last year I had over 100 of them. The fish in the pond ate well. So I bought me a black light flashlight. But at night they glow. So I'll make sure I can get rid of them. They're not the helpful worm like the one I have in England. But I think if I put them in the raised beds, that may help keep them out of there too. That one hummingbird moth that I was filming must have went and laid a whole bunch of eggs in there. Have it on different days. So you have your Mother's Day in March, Mothering Sunday. Yeah, and I'm thinking some countries may not even have a Mother's Day. Preparedness Venture and say, folks, second breakfast. Yes, well, I went for a hike. How far did I go? There's a pole in there. Let me know. And I realized I had a lot of my high-speed data left for the month, which regenerates on the 7th. So I said, hey, why not? Besides, I don't know how well that live on the road did. Because number one, it was on my phone. Number two, it was raining. And then towards the end, it was really not behaving very well. So on the mushrooms, I've already washed these. I don't need to wash them again. And mushrooms are very healthy for you too. A lot of these vegetables have some very powerful antioxidants, which really help to prevent cell damage, which is your skin and organs and other things. And even some are suspected to be good for, I put a little tab of butter in there for flavor. Good for preventing cancer. They always have to put that disclaimer in because they don't know for sure. So 7 thumbs up, that's good. So yeah, I appreciate everybody joining in. So it's 11:30 here. I will be going to work at 1 o'clock, so I usually leave out of here around, so I'd be leaving out of here around 12:20. So I've got just under an hour before I finish eating and then take a shower because I did go for a long walk and I perspired just a bit. And then go to work. So my mornings are going to be kind of busier or have to start earlier. And that's why I did the hike and chat at the same time. Because I knew if I did the chat first, then I probably wouldn't have had time to do the hike. Because I did a hike and that, I don't really need to go to the gym today. As I have mentioned before, hopefully everybody's able to hear me. I do a lot of lifting at work. I am picking stuff up. I'm putting them down. And then a lot of times I'll just grab the grates and I'll do a set of 12 and put them down. And those grates and baskets weigh anywhere from about, I would say 30 to 70 pounds. So I'm getting a lot of work and it's really building up the shoulders and arms. I can feel it even more so than what I usually do. Yep, recon the area, local in test, fitness gear testing. So the backpack I have, I got 10 pounds in it right now. I got rations in there. I got water. I got TP. That was the second thing I put in. It was number 2. Yuck, yuck, yuck. And a knife, flashlight, nice powerful 2-way radio that can also pick up a weather station. And I think some emergency channels. What I need to add in there is some paracord. So I was at Walmart and I was looking at paracord, and boy, did that price go up. Even first aid kits. I wanted to put a little first aid kit in there, but a little first aid kit like that was $15. I said I can make them for less than that. And I guess that's just the Scottish heritage in me. So I didn't buy it. And the paracords for a small thing of paracords was like $7 or $8, and I know if I go to like Home Depot, I can get them for less money. So I didn't purchase them. I said I just ain't doing it. I tell you, when you have a busy morning, time goes by real fast. Just amazing. I don't feel like I got up almost 4 hours ago, but I did. People take their feet for, I guess, granted. Yeah, the ends by the B. And footwear. Yeah, and footwear is important. So the hiking boots I have now, I bought 20 years ago. And I don't wear them often, but they're very comfortable. And I mean, have no problem. And then my work boots, weigh even more. So now I'm used to much heavier boots. And so when I put on running shoes on, it's like I'm on air. A man with no shoes must weep for a man with no feet. So next thing, I pop in there once everything cooked down will be the eggs. I'll have you a nice, delicious little meat and veggie omelet. I know one time I was able to get the egg to almost make an omelet one by pure accident. But usually here I just use it to stir up. Random foot proverb. don't think you have a leg to stand on. Yuck, 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 yuck. And then the next thing is for lunch. I still have a lot of veggies in the one container. So what I'll do is I'll kind of add the rest of the ones I have, knowing that I'll need to buy some more tomorrow. Now, one thing about it I did find out is when you eat a lot more vegetables, things loosen up. And I do mean loosen up. It's not necessarily a bad thing. Well, this is a good time for me to chop up the veggies while I wait for the eggs to get ready. I do also have celery. So the reason this helps you lose weight is because there's just not very many calories in these. I mean, a cup of celery is only like 14 calories. So because of the muscle mass I have, just the muscles being there, I probably burn about an extra 1,000 calories more than somebody who does not have my muscle mass. That's why weightlifting helps you lose weight, because no, you're not doing the cardio, but you're producing large muscles or more muscle mass, and muscle mass burns calories just by the fact that you have them there. So when my friend was arguing with me about how many calories I eat, I was trying to tell her that. I said, well, I am not the average person, and the calorie intake for the average person is somewhere around 15 to 3,000 calories, and I do closer to 4,000 because I need it. I mean, basically that's all there is to it. So I got my old food bucket here. I usually pop these in another bowl to make sure I don't ruin everything by having a bad egg. I almost forgot to do that. So I did that one time. I had all that stuff cooking and ready to go, and I broke the egg and I popped it in there. Well, it didn't look right. And there went all that food. Because the rule here, when in doubt, throw it out. So 4 eggs to put everything together. Little magic Scottish spices, ground pepper. I don't really add salt. There's enough salt and everything else I've eaten. So I'm not a fan of adding it into it when I'm already probably getting more than I need. I saved the egg cartons for my neighbor I get eggs from. All right, did I miss somebody here? Cheerio, I'll see y'all soon. No running them up because you're modless. Build your own FAK. Yeah, first aid kit. We have several first aids and trauma kits. We made them all. And that's what I'm going to do. I have a tote, B-size tote full of first aid. When I'm at the store, I will pick up, if they got, buy one, get one 50% off, I will pick up 2 things of Band-Aids. I will pick up, antibiotics. Your Neosporin, or the generic term. I don't care if it's generic or not. But I will buy it under a brand name a lot too. But if it's really a good deal, I get it. I buy different size Band-Aids, gauze, wraps. It's funny because when you do have a cut and you have to treat it, you go through that stuff a lot faster than you think. I mean, when I had my finger crunched, I went through like, two boxes of Band-Aids. Luckily, I had plenty of them to spare. But then the next time I was in the store, I picked up 2 more boxes. Because luckily, I'm at the point where I'm just topping off. I really do have it stacked to the rafters. To the point now, if I buy any more, I'll just be throwing some stuff away. But remember that Best Buy date is not an expiration date. Yeah, the solution to pollution is dilution. I remember that. That is not the solution. Back in the 70s, we had a lot of our waterways here in Illinois were unsafe. So do I ever do any flies when training tests? Yes, I do. There's a fly machine. All right, that I'll do. And I'm going to actually have a video where I've got John Ferris, who was the original Jax in Mortal Kombat, pushing down on the full stack as I'm in a sitting position, putting it in there. So I call it a full stack attack plus. So that video is there. And so usually after my long flat bench session, I go there because it's a really nice stretch. And I'll do sets of 12 to 15. And then I'll increase the weight until I'm doing the full stack. And when I'm at top form, and I'm at my buddy's gym, he doesn't mind me having somebody push down on it. Other gyms will get a little concerned. And then, notice where I'm doing the tricep pull downs where I actually got the owner and some of his friends standing on a full stack. So I do lift in the extreme. I am who I am. I'm strong to the finish because I eat my spinach. And I'm curious if my title will bring any more views and unique people. You never know. But sometimes you just got to have a little fun, like I did with the poll and how far I walked. And then some of the other ones I put on my other channel, I'm doing that because they don't necessarily have much to do with fitness. And I did have some subscribers going, well, what does, your cat have to do with fitness? And I said, hey, I'm just trying to be entertaining. All right, a lot of people that follow me like cats. But I did that second channel, MacBean's Farms and Prepping, for that. And I'm not really worried about when I get monetized on that, if ever. That one is more for just fun. This one here, I do get a lot of feedback from people that have been subscribing to me for a while, letting me know of their successes, how they're pressing more, how they're lifting 40 more pounds than they were before, how they've lost weight, or how they've gained weight, or they're trying to gain weight. The lady at the post office has lost weight with my, talking to her about it. Her sister has gotten off of alcohol because of Operation 1620, which I'm sponsored from. Dinner time here at Fancy has just been sweating over the hot stove, so I got to go for now. We'll catch you later. All right, well, thank you for stopping by. I do appreciate it. Like I said, this was just off the cuff. I knew I had the time to do it, so I did. All right, looks like I can fold this one over. Kind of. I'll spread it out, let it cook. Breakfast is almost ready. And as it is, there's going to be another day that I'm timing it just about perfect, where I have enough time to eat, clean up, and then get out in the car and get to work. What I don't have time to is stop at any of the stores, unless I find a way to stop time. So, I got the veggies in there. I am going to make some sandwiches. And I do have to take a break from tuna every now and then. And I see the wife that went and got some deli meat, which I likes. Here's a chance to use the last of my Gouda cheese. And then she bought some cheddar. Why do I get Gouda? Because it's Gouda. Yuck, 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 yuck. I'll put the numerical up in here. So I gotta make sure I have enough calories. Usually I have like 3 cans of tuna with me. Today I'm going to make at least 2 sandwiches. The problem being is I'm very hungry while I'm thinking about food. This is why you never want to go in the grocery store hungry. You end up owning the place when you come back out. Multitasking. Looks like I'll have enough Gouda for me. I'll try to put that back. Got some little loaves of bread I'm going to have to take care of. So, time to shut the heat off. Oh, man. All right. Cooking with bar. Give me some more milk. If you're just joining in, don't forget to pop in and say hello. If you're new to the channel about nutrition and fitness, and not necessarily alien abductions. That was just put in there for humor. And I had some extra time, so I figured I'd do it really quick. Okay. Keep that station there. So some Gouda cheese, some fresh bologna. This is going to be for my 10-hour shift at work. So I do need to make sure I have enough nutrition, especially with the amount of working out I do. I generally need about 3,000 to 4,000 calories a day. Just to maintain what I'm doing. And they have vending machines there. I think that's the worst way to buy something. You end up spending way too much money. Or you can go to the store and buy your own stuff. Yes, it takes a little bit of work, but generally it's less processed. It's completely unprocessed, but it's less processed and probably healthy for you. So I mean, they're probably when you get until 3, 7. Yeah, probably 2 is enough. And I'll eat whatever I make, but sometimes I do have a lot of vegetables. I do have some snacks to kind of take care of the other things. I got my Gouda cheese, because it's Gouda. I do try to limit the amount of bad stuff I have, but I gotta have flavor in something. So, before anybody says anything about my use of Miracle Whip, it just ain't a sandwich without it. My opinion. The last of the Gouda cheese, but I don't need to panic. Wife did pick up, looks like American. And I had picked up some ham meat the other day too. I haven't got into it yet. So I should be good until tomorrow. I am taking the weekend off and have a good time with my mama. Bandages and bulks. What expired ones? Yeah. I mean, how does a bandage expire? I can see medication, so I get suspicious about old medication, but things that are fairly dry to begin with. Yeah, I'm on the run. Just pop a multivitamin for right now. And get the rest of it from my diet. So good. Okay, so I'm an hour in a chat. I do have to rush. Thanks everybody for popping in this unscheduled one. And then as Miss Worm suggested, maybe I'll do one late night. I'll see if I can pick some new people up. Just got to think of some interesting idea and be able to talk without waking the wife up. Everybody have a wonderful day. Remember my poll out there, how far did I walk? Then I'll have some more videos coming out a little bit later.